Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another thrilling episode of my Dark Souls 3 playthrough. Not really sure where to go to the next area, or how to get there, but we're gonna go there with our halberd today. In Dark Souls 1 especially, they were easily one of the most overused classes of weapons, for a very good reason. They were incredibly good, especially for quality builds. Quality builds, essentially, or Artorias builds, as they're called in the first game, they rely on all of your stats, pretty much. They rely on you having both strength and dexterity. The only difference is an Artorias build also requires you to have pretty good intelligence and faith. But the halberd just requires dex and strength, and I have a fair amount of both, so we're gonna try it out, see how it works in this game. I'm gonna start from probably the cliff underside. It's the one closest to the boss, and the boss is obviously a dead end, but not everything around it is. If you couldn't notice already, this video is going to be a little bit different than the previous couple. This is actually live commentary. I'm trying something new here. Hopefully I don't fuck it up. But that also means you guys are gonna have to put up with my cats as well. They are running around free right now, as they always do, and they are always causing havoc. So sorry if anything interrupts the video, or if you guys hear any stray meows. For those of you who are interested, the oldest cat is my girlfriend's cat. His name is Jasper. He's an orange old fucker. And then there's Booker, named after Booker DeWitt from BioShock. And then there's the youngest cat, Mochi. Not that long range as I thought it was. Come on. So far, I am not impressed by the damage. Not impressed by the damage at all. Gotta love this detail. We can actually see the shadow right over there of the Molotov guys before they ever do anything. That was a rookie mistake. Is this open now? Can I? No. It never opens that way. Where to? I know it wasn't up there either. That's disappointing. Alright, it's most likely down there. So, I'm actually going to get us back to the bonfire. It's actually pretty boring to use as well, because it's just a stabbing motion for the standard light attack. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Yeah, Mochi, the youngest cat, she's named after the cat in Big Hero 6, because I'm a huge fan of that movie. And sorry if you hear me stuffed up a little bit, if I sound that way. It's because I am stuffed up a little bit, because I am highly allergic to something that's going around. I do not know what. I do not care what. I am very frustrated with it, though. Yesterday at school, I had to defend my research topic, and Needless to say, I didn't do a very good job, considering I had a huge allergy headache the entire time. The entire day was just a frustrating fog. You don't have to kill these guys. They drop pretty good items, but I'm killing them in this circumstance because they annoyed me. And I should be able to get a pretty good drop on this guy. Ooh, you heard it. Nice. How's it going, buddy? You seem to be having a headache too. I feel for you, bro. I feel for you. Everyone's having headaches. Damn. It's allergy season in Lothric as well. Boom. One shot at a dog. I think it was counter damage though. Counter hit. Because it was in the middle of a dodge. Oh yeah. This looks, yeah. This looks like the next area for sure. Can I do? No. Yeah, not impressed at all. I'm actually going to switch to my sword before it gets us killed. Oh yeah, I picked up some weapons. Let's go ahead and read them. Arrows must be equipped in order to use bows. Up to 2 kinds of arrows can be equipped at a time, and these can be switched as necessary. The skill is Puncture, though. Pull the arrow even further back for a more powerful shot that can pierce shields. Seems to be a common theme with skills. It's just, yeah, just go around their shield. Alright, this one's also pretty new. Wooden shield reinforced with metal. The largest of the wooden medium shields, this bizarre pattern featured on the shield is a mark of a mad god, revered as a god of war in remote regions. That's interesting. There's been a couple mentions of God of War in the game so far. The first one being Gwyn's firstborn son, aka what we all believed is to be a Solaire. We might see that, you know, confirmed or disconfirmed in this game. We'll find out. And then the leather shield is pretty much just a leather shield, except it is it has a bigger parry window, kind of like the target shield or some of the other smaller shields. Yeah. Very, very similar. Yeah, let's switch back to the longsword +2. Still a big fan of the longswords. Always have been, really. They just have a really versatile moveset. What can I say? What can I say? You know, I know there was an item up there on a bridge, but I'm already here. You know, I never know how to pronounce that word. Is it cestus, castus? I've studied Greco-Roman history quite extensively, and I still don't know how to pronounce anything. Oh yeah, that's right. I switched to my sword. I can actually put my Herald helm back on. Gotta love the Herald gear. I don't think there's been a single starting gear in any of the Souls games, except obviously Bloodborne, that has been so light and yet so defensive that I can actually afford and want to wear all of it and still have a pretty good roll. That looked painful. You know, I see a lot of shit in that area, and I don't really want to fuck with it right now. So I got the item that I want. I'm going back into the sewer. You know, I bet this place stinks, so I'm gonna bring out my match. Let's light a match, guys. Beware of beast. No, there's no fucking bonfire. Not this close. Ooh, lots of... Oh, a giant rat? Okay. Shield back out. Almost dead. Bloodbite ring. Pretty standard ring if memory serves, but I'll equip it. One of the bite rings native to Karim increases blood resistance. The crafting of these rings is forbidden, perhaps owing to a fear of malleable stone. Yeah, I think that's malleable. Clerics, however, dabble freely in the art. Interesting. That clerics who are, you know, usually considered orthodox and, you know, very conservative are totally willing to dabble in forbidden arts. It's also a good point to bring up. If you are suffering from your ailment and you equip the ring, it is usually a almost guaranteed way to get that ailment. As you saw, it increased my blood. It increased how my barrier to get blood, you know, to get the bleeding effect, but it also increased the bleeding effect just now. It's actually a pretty creative way of showing it. It's showing you that you are naturally becoming more immune to it. So if you're exposed to the elements, if you're exposed to, say, a toxin or, you know, even something, you know, like contaminated water, your body naturally over time becomes more and more immune to it. Oh, this was just a fucking shortcut, wasn't it? Oh. Oh well. Let's see if this giant rat respawns. I doubt it. But it's actually always been a really creative way of showing it, in my opinion. Yeah, it respawned. It respawned. How about that? I wish I had lightning spear, because I do not have the reach enough to get to that. But we'll see what we can do. Is that a threefer? Or just a twofer? Either way. Run! Run from me! Now, James, they're more afraid of you than you are of them. Yeah, for good fucking reason. If you're wondering why the audio seems to cut out for just a couple seconds here and there, it is because, haha, you can't climb up ladders. I try to clear my stuffy nose. I realize it's annoying, and I'm trying to prevent it from annoying you by clearing it off camera. Whoa, that's new. Oh, okay. And he just pulls out a machete. Okay, I prefer the machete moveset for you, so I'm totally okay with that. Ooh, not a good spot. Not a good spot. Come on in. You know what? Just give me a second to recover here.